the breaking news overnight, a fatal plane crash in Russia. The plane coming in at a steep angle and then the fireball.
It was a Boeing 737 operated by a budget airline called FlyDubai. The plane was traveling from Dubai to a city in southern Russia. There were 55 passengers as well as 7 crew members on board. No survivors. Emotional scenes at the airport with distraught family members receiving the worst possible news.
A disaster. For more on what went wrong here, let's bring in ABC News aviation consultant Colonel Stephen Ganyard. Steve, good morning. Local officials say the crash appears to have been caused by strong winds, actually near hurricane force winds. And given what you've seen on that video, does that make sense to you?
Dan, winds in and of themselves should not bring an airplane down. So perhaps it was a contributing factor. But if you see that crash video and you see the angle that airplane comes in at, I think something else went wrong, perhaps pilot disorientation.
You know, we know the plane had tried to and failed to land 2 hours earlier. Then the pilots went into some sort of holding pattern. Why not just go to another airport if there were problems in that area?
Well, perhaps they were told by the weather forecasters that the weather would improve. But if we've seen the ground track this morning, the radar ground track, and if you look at it, it's very circuitous, doesn't make any sense. So perhaps this pilot was looking out the window, trying to find the airport at night. And when you have night and you've lost horizon, it's not hard to get visually disoriented and lose track of which way is up.
Disorientation, a really scary prospect. Now, of course, we all remember the Russian airliner that was brought down by a bomb last October over the Sinai Peninsula, ISIS claiming responsibility for that. Any signs of terror here that we know of?
I don't think so. One thing that's interesting is that where this mishap occurred is very close to where the fighting is going on in eastern Ukraine. But at this point, I think with the weather, night, I think we're going to find something that indicates that this was human error, as are most mishaps that are caused by commercial aviation.
And one of the black boxes has already been found. Colonel Stephen Ganyard, thank you for your analysis this morning. Paula, over to you.
And 62 souls lost. Our thoughts go out to their families.